Hello and welcome back to another episode of A Tad Bit Older. My name is Pearl.
And I'm Juliet.
And we are continuing with our discussion about our favorite month of the year, October. Last week we talked about scary stories and paranormal activity. So thank you for sending in your scary stories. Maybe we might share them as we get closer to Halloween. But today we want to talk about some of the things we like to do with our families, or even just on our own to prepare for the holidays. Juliet's about to go on a 5-day road trip.
I am. I'm about to take I think it's longer than 5 days, but okay.
She's leaving tomorrow.
I think, yeah.
She
I
won't
think
be
it's
back.
like a 7-day road trip.
So we'll hear more about that. Hopefully see some content about it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
She's going on a little adventure. All the way up to Oregon.
All the way to Oregon Trail.
Oh my God, do you remember that game? Yeah. Oregon Trail. Oh my
I used to love that game.
You did?
I
never used to like.
Did you ever play it?
I used to play it, but I didn't play it as much. Like, people would be like,
but the old school, like the actual old school,
like when our screen was like black and green.
Yeah,
yes, so embarrassing.
So old.
Yeah, so you're going on the Oregon Trail.
Yeah, literally Oregon Trail.
Make sure you have all the supplies ready to go. So as we get ready for Halloween, that's coming up in a couple weeks. Do you guys is your family a DIY costumes, or are you guys store bought?
It just depends what the kids want to do.
Yeah.
I've done DIYs, and then I bought costumes too.
Yeah.
I kind of just...
You guys get so creative. Like, you're so good at, like, one year your girls were the Craft, and they look just like it.
Oh my God, I know. They were
then
so
another
little.
year you guys were Beetlejuice. Like, the two versions of the...
yeah, my middle child was Beetlejuice.
That was so good.
Yeah.
You guys always do good costumes.
Yeah.
So we're a DIY, but my little one...
What do you do?
I buy her costume. But Penelope has always been a DIY. She likes to make her own costume.
Every year?
Not every year since she's been able to. I mean, when she was very young. I would say the last 3 years. 1 year she was like Room on the Broom, and I think 5 was when I started DIY, and I made that whole costume, the Room on the Broom, the witch.
Okay.
From Room on the Broom.
Yeah.
I was pretty proud of myself for putting that little outfit together.
I know. I actually made Toadette from scratch.
Well,
Toadette!
You just showed me. Oh yeah, from Mario Brothers.
Like, I literally made the hair, the balls, and then I made the whole dress.
The hair and the balls.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, Toadette's the little
princess
thing? Or...
Do you guys do family costumes, or do you just do...
We used to. We don't do...
Us either.
We don't really dress up.
I don't have time for that.
I don't dress up. I wear like a fun shirt.
Yeah, me too.
Sometimes I'm a pussy. I'm just kidding.
I'm a cat. Oh my God.
Sometimes I'm a cat. I just put whiskers and a nose and freaking ears.
Do you guys pass out candy, or do you go trick-or-treating?
Oh no,
strictly?
we love trick-or-treating, so we don't pass out candy ever.
We love doing both. Before me
Yeah.
and Matt had kids, one of our favorite things to do was we'd always like set up our movie screen outside and play a scary movie on the projector, and we would sit on the porch and like pass out candy. And then 1 year he started doing like a little makeshift haunted house.
Oh, you were telling me. That's so fun.
And then now that we have kids, it's something like my dad growing up, he was the same way. He loved decorating the garage and making it kind of scary for the kids to have to walk through and get the candy. And he would dress up and look really scary
That
too.
is so fun.
So now Matt does that. And in our new house, it's gotten so big. And it's really nothing. I mean, he just makes the garage look spooky. You know, it's some strobe lights and black lights and some fake mask. And then he puts up like all this black tarp everywhere. But it's gotten so popular in our neighborhood. Like, we have a line.
I know, you told me. You showed me the video. I was like, dang.
And it's so fun. But it's like a 3-person thing. Like, one person, obviously him, has to scare the kids. One person has to let so many kids in, and then someone has to be passing out the candy at the end. Right. And so usually what we do is like my mom will take the kids like trick-or-treating half the block.
Around the block.
Yeah, and then me and her will switch. He never gets to go because he's kind of locked into this. And
he's working.
Yeah, and it's so exhausting. It really is very tiring because there's so many kids, there's adults, and then you even get the like teenagers who are like, this wasn't that scary. Like, oh my God. I'm like, dude, it's just supposed to be fun. Like, just a little extra. Like, I could just fucking give you a piece of candy and be done with it. But like, you're getting a show. Like,
every year there's one little bad kid who's like, he can't touch us. He can't touch it. And you're just
bitch,
like,
this ain't no fucking real haunted house. I can most definitely fucking touch you. I'm not an actor. Like,
he can't touch us. I'm like,
shut up.
all right, bro.
Shut up. I hate teenagers.
I'm on no candy for this one.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And we have like this whole thing where I'll be like, 2 little kids coming through, so he knows not to like scare them.
Yeah.
Because some kids like are like, no, oh my God. Like, it's so sad. And their parents still make them go through. And I'll tell them, it's not scary. Like, it's okay. It's not real. And
we call it, they say haunted house. And we're like, it's just a walkthrough.
Yeah, I always say, they'll be like, is it a haunted house? I'm like, it's a scary walkthrough. Like, it's
very
I always say it's a spooky walkthrough.
Yeah.
Like, don't get your expectations. It's just, and he does a little jump scare at the end. And it's usually just him being like,
You should have a map next time. You're like, this is what you do.
Yeah, you really walk around.
There might be somebody here.
Yeah, like in this area.
I usually hang something up that looks like that would be me or where I would be. So they're like just so focused on that.
Oh, but
and then when they look at me and I'm just like wearing these, like there'll be a bunch of masks and I'm one of them, and then I just kind of like look at them and they're like, ah! You know, so.
Yeah,
so
sometimes people like come
it's just a little misdirection.
barreling out, so we have to keep the walkway open. We're like, don't stand right here because people come running out.
I put glow in the dark paint. I put glow sticks so they can, because they always run out. So I have to like show the exit, you know what I mean? So.
And what really kicked it up like a notch last year was he bought this 2 years now we've had it.
Yeah,
it's this
entry.
like blow up entry, and it's like it's like entrance, and it does say like haunted house.
It's all that wiggly one is all.
Yeah, but you know what? It gets the crowd here. Like
gets the crowd.
We're the neighborhood where people come to trick or treat too. Like there's a lot of drive through. Like people come and drop their kids off.
Well, because you guys have that cul-de-sac.
Yeah. So my life goal, like I'm like, oh yay, we're the like cool neighborhood. We're the fun neighborhood. Because we used to go to Did you do that when you were little? Like my parents used to take us to like the like quote unquote like the nice neighborhood to trick or treat.
They get the good candy.
Yeah, you'd get the good candy, maybe even a full size candy.
Yeah, because I don't trick or treat around my neighborhood. I have there's not many kids around my neighborhood.
Yeah. See, and my sisters will come here with all their kids, and we make it a whole like cousin night.
I know, that's fun. I have all the hipsters in my neighborhood. There's like all like
you have the.
Yeah, we don't go trick or treating there though.
Well,
but you go to.
Yeah, during
Christmas, yes.
Yeah. And then, so next, so my kids are on fall break.
Oh shit! Now the viewers know where I live.
I know. Why'd you call her out like that? Cut it out.
We'll bleep it.
Bleep it. Yeah. So next week is fall break for our kiddos. You're gonna be on your road trip, and one of the things we're gonna do that I like to do every year, I either like to get my friends together for like a Halloween something, or I get my kids and their cousins and friends together. So what I've started to do is rotate. Like 1 year's for me, 1 year's for them. So like last year I did like a girls' night where we decorated pumpkins.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so this year is the kids' turn, but we're gonna do a scary movie night with the cousins. So I'll probably I'm gonna have all my nieces and nephews over, and we're gonna watch a scary movie, a kid-friendly scary movie, and we're gonna make our own little pizzas.
Oh, cute.
Oh, I didn't know you could make pizza. That's cool.
Yeah, everyone's bringing their own dough, and then I'm going to supply all the toppings.
The fixings.
Yeah, and then one of the things we like to do every year is go to a pumpkin patch.
Yeah, I go to the pumpkin patch. I think I go to a couple.
You do. You're so good at that.
I never go to one. Like, I'm addicted to pumpkin patches.
You are.
I always
and you always go to cute ones.
I always have to go to a new one or the same one.
Do you like to go at night or in the daytime?
I go. It's too hot during the daytime. Still.
Like, I'm sorry, we live in Arizona and it's still
hot.
105.
So I try to go like
here.
when it starts to get a little dark. So I'll probably get there like probably 5. 4 is still hot.
It is. Like, the sun has to be going down.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite family traditions. Every year my dad took us to the same pumpkin patch in Dewey, Arizona. And I used to like that farm because it was a legit pumpkin patch. Like, we could walk through the field and pick a pumpkin from the ground, which a lot of places don't do that. A lot of pumpkin patches here don't do it. I've been to Schnepp's. I don't like it as much, but it comes close. I don't either. Yeah. It used to have the pumpkins on the floor. Yeah, but last time I went, I know they keep the pumpkins on the floor for like the kids, like the pie ones, you know, like for
they have the big
like
ones?
In the toddler section. Yeah. And then I like Schnepp's, and now it used to be Young's Farm, the one in Dewey, but now it's called, what's it called? Mortimer's Farm.
Oh, I hear about that. I've heard about that one.
And I like to go that one just because I like the drive. It's nostalgia for me. It brings back memories when my dad used to take us when we were little, and we went every year and paid like $50 for a pumpkin, you know, $25 to get. We got away with last year going and not getting pumpkins. Like the kids didn't ask for one. We did everything else. So we did all the activities, and we left, and I was like, dude, nobody asked for a pumpkin. Like that's a win. I was able just to buy them like a 99-cent pumpkin from Fry's.
Yeah.
I went to Trader Joe's the other day. You know those pumpkins on my porch?
This bitch just recently started going to Trader Joe's.
Oh my God.
I popped her Trader Joe's cherry.
It reminds me of a fall movie. Me and my husband said, when we go to Trader Joe's, it feels like we're in You Got Mail. Like we feel like we're in a store in New York City. Like,
but did you like the pumpkins?
Yeah, but guess how much I spent on those pumpkins?
So I saw you got some gourds.
Yeah,
they're like $8.
I almost bought you like this really ugly one.
Oh my God, they're my favorite. I saw a super pimply one today.
Yeah,
at Target, and I was like, I want her.
She loves the ugliest. Pumpkins.
Like the ugliest pumpkin you could find. I want.
Yeah, I seen one. I was like, I'm gonna get this for her, but then I know you don't like when I buy you things because then you feel like you owe me. But I was like, I'll leave her alone. I won't buy her anything. You let me buy you coffee today or chai tea today.
You surprised me.
I know, and you didn't. We were on the same wavelength. She was like, I really want a coffee, and I was like,
God, I told you.
I was like, really text Juliet and ask her if she wants something, and you didn't respond fast enough to me, and I already had ordered it.
You did. I did tell you though. I was like, no, it's okay,
and I was like, I already bought it.
She's like, I already got it. I was like,
yeah, I had already got it, and then she said no, and I was like, oh, like maybe I'll just give it to Marley.
This is what she does. She's like, I already got it, but it's okay. She's all like, I'll have it, or she says something like that.
I know how you feel. Like Julia is so humble. She doesn't like. It's hard for her to take gifts from me. I'm like, my love language is I like.
Oh my God, you do.
I like to do nice things for people. Like, I'm really good. Like, if I hear you mention something, I might I'll remember it, and then I'll catalog it, and then I'll get it if I see it, you know?
Yeah.
And so, like I said, I seen those, like you just told me your favorite pumpkins, and I almost bought you one. I was like, no, because Juliet's like, I don't like when people give me gifts, because she's like, I feel like I owe you. Like, but
it just feels kind of like, I don't know, I'm just really bad at things like that. I think I need to get better at them. Like, so I just receiving.
Yes.
Just being like, okay, thank you.
And I told her that, I go, you need to let people.
You do tell me that.
Take care of you. Like,
you know what? No, that's what you told me.
I did. I got mad at you.
Yeah, this is what she told me at work. She's like, you know what? She's like, you need to allow me to do nice things for you. And I was like, yeah, you're right.
Yes.
I'm going to allow you to do nice things for me.
I said, I will respect you in the way that, like, you don't want me to do a lot of nice things, so I do pick and choose when. Yeah. But I'm like, I was like, but you also have to respect me and let me do nice things for you, because that's my love language. I like to do nice things for people.
Well, since you feel like you owe her, how many times do you say thank
I don't feel like I owe her. I just don't. I don't know. I'm just.
But how many times are you appreciative? Like, when people do stuff
I'm always appreciative.
She's so appreciative.
What I mean is, when people tell me that, I say thank you like 50 times. When it's like, I don't know how to, like, thank you. Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. You know what? Thanks, man. I'll tell them like 4 times.
No, I'll just really say thank you, but I don't know how to receive it. Sometimes I'm like, oh, you didn't have to do that. Yeah. Like, I almost feel
you've
bad.
gotten better.
Maybe I don't know how to receive it. That's what it is.
I don't. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And like, we have a new coworker now, and she's been wanting to buy me coffee too. And I'm like, no, it's okay. She's like, no, are you sure? And then she tried to buy me coffee again. I'm like, no, it's okay. You can. I'm just like, okay, maybe I should just say it's okay.
Even your husband Ivan was like, you need to let people give you gifts.
You can.
You can't keep telling the universe no, otherwise the universe will stop giving you gifts.
That is true.
And you know what, though? I'm always like, I always say this to you, and I really, really mean it. You give so much all the time. you're not giving me material things, but you give me so much of like your time. Yeah. You give me like your kind words, and you give me good energy.
Aww. The energy exchange.
So I feel like I owe you. You know what I mean? So that's why I like to do nice things for you, because you give me so much.
Oh, thank you.
That's gonna make me emotional, but I really do believe that. So that's why I like to do nice things for you, and you don't let me repay you. Stop! I know. I'm like, stop looking at me.
That was so nice.
Well, we used to pick up.
Did you guys get that on tape?
But when I used to pick up the kids, I would run into her too, and we would chit chat.
Yeah,
and the energy's reciprocate. It's nice.
And I think that's why people gravitate to you so much, because you have you know how you are.
Well, I mean, I try to be a good human. There's not a lot of good humans anymore.
She's a good human.
I'm trying to be like the best human I can be to others.
You're a good human.
Sometimes it sucks for us out here.
I know. Accept your gifts. But it's so funny because I tell her that, and I have a hard time receiving gifts.
But it was really nice that you did buy me one, because I even texted Ivan and I was like, oh, Pearl bought me coffee today.
You know why, though? Because you had been saying, I've been hearing you say for the last 2 weeks that you've wanted coffee and something has prevented you from getting it. Yeah. And one of the times was me.
I'm not. I'm always like running late. I'm like, damn, I wanted to go get coffee.
Yeah. Like today, traffic was preventing you. The other day, I stopped you because I was having like an emotional morning, and you gave me your time.
Oh my God. And I did want to get coffee.
Yeah. And you were like, and she said, I shouldn't get coffee. And now I can't, because I wasn't like, oh, it's your fault. She was like, oh, I'm running. I was like,
oh, I wanted
and
to
I
get
felt
coffee.
so
I didn't
bad.
have time. But no, I stood.
And I almost drove down there that day and took you coffee.
No, you did tell me.
I did want to.
Do you want me to go get you coffee? I was like, no.
And I almost did, and I was like, I have to respect her boundary. If I do that, that's like too much. So today I was already going into the like office, and I was like, I'm gonna like,
that was nice.
It's like, I'm gonna get her something, because I know poor thing has been trying to get a coffee.
I know, that was a nice surprise. I was like, oh, and it was really good.
I got her a pumpkin chai because she loves chai. I know she likes
2% milk.
I know that she uses 2% milk,
2%,
and then I know she likes pumpkin
everything.
So I was like, I got you a chai tea latte with 2%.
I was like, what did you get me? Yes. And I knew you were either going to give me a chai. I was like, she's either got me a chai. That's why I asked you. Mm-hmm. Or you got me a matcha. Yeah. And I was like, what did you get me? And I was like, oh, I was right. Yeah. She did give me a chai.
I know.
All the good makings of a good boyfriend right there.
You know what? I would be a good boyfriend, because I'm I like to do nice things. Like, I like to hear people say. Like,
you do, actually.
Yeah, tomorrow's one of my coworkers' birthday at hospice.
You're pretty generous, actually. Oh, really generous.
It's my love language. But they say you're like, how you do things is how you like to be loved. Like, if you're a good gift giver, you like to receive.
But you just said you don't like to receive gifts.
I didn't say I didn't like to. I said it's hard for me to receive.
It's hard for you to receive.
It's hard for me to receive too. Really? So when you said it, because I'm used to being the one giving. Uh-huh. So when people do for me, I know exactly how you felt when you said that. Like I feel like, oh man, I made them do that for me, or I made them feel bad, and now they want to do something for me. But I've started to learn to be like, thank you, like. The other day you bought, we kind of take turns now. Like, I bought you a salad, you'll buy me a salad.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, do you want a salad?
And so I let you, I think you get comfortable with people. But yeah, it's hard. But I like to give gifts. I like to, like, surprise people too. I love surprises.
Oh, do you?
I love them. I love a good surprise. I've said it before. I love a good surprise.
Oh, you did say it on that.
Yeah, we've talked about it on the podcast.
The podcast.
But I'm not good at receiving them, because I'm so, like, what's going on?
In the
what's
business,
happening?
Yeah.
Oh, you're always in the business.
Why are you guys talking over there?
I pick it up quickly. Versus, like, my husband's always like, you give the best gifts, or you're so good at surprising. And I'm like, I don't know why you guys aren't. Like, I'm so good at it. It's not hard, but I think the problem is you can't tell people about your surprises. You just got to do them.
When I proposed to her, 0 people knew. Like, nobody knew. The only one knew who was Penelope. And she just kind of picked up on it. You know what I mean? But I told 0.
Oh, you picked up on it?
No, Penelope did.
Oh, okay.
She picked up on what was kind of going on.
Actually, I actually had no idea, so that was a good surprise.
Her sister.
You had no idea.
0.
Listen, this goes way back, but I remember one time I was planning to propose to her.
Yeah.
And I told her sisters, and they're like, "We're gonna help," and it just didn't.
Didn't feel right.
It didn't feel right. Number one, and number two, it was just like too many cooks in the kitchen. Like, I don't know. There were so many ideas, and I'm just like, okay. And it just kind of sizzled out. I remember Stella one time was like, hey, whatever happened to that? You know what I mean? Because it was like a year two later. And then when I did that one, it was just like, now's the time. We're going to go do it. Her birthday's coming up. I'm just going to.
Oh, did you do it on her birthday?
Yeah.
The day after.
Because listen, it can't be just some random reason why we're doing it. Like, I was like, let's go there for your birthday. Everything has to
kind of make sense,
or else she's gonna be like,
huh,
what the hell's this?
I think he's popping the question.
I do like a good surprise. I wish.
Yeah. Were you surprised?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, like you didn't know nothing?
No,
nothing at all.
Because I was
not
like,
one thing. You didn't look in his account. You didn't.
So we went to this place where we hiked, and I had this whole thing. You know what I mean? And
I did notice he was like very stressed. Like, I was like, hey,
adamant about getting to a certain place.
Yeah, he was like flustered. I was like, it's okay if we can't get in, you know, we'll go. Because, you know, a lot of the hiking up in Sedona, like, they have this rule where they don't allow so many people on the trails just to protect it.
Right.
And he was like really worried we weren't going to be one of the people that got let in. I was like, well, if not, we'll just go have breakfast. Like, I'm not a hiker anyways. Like, be nice to see a beautiful. We were supposed to go see some ponds, like 7 pools or something.
Oh,
and like the beginning of the hike, he like proposed, and then I was like, we're still not going to go see these pools because I kind of wanted to. He's like, no, like, I'm done. We need to, like, now it was out of his system. He's like, we got to go. And I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, it was nice to get surprised.
Yeah.
I like getting surprised.
Yeah. I got surprised too, actually, when I got proposed to. But the only reason why is because Ivan originally had told me, like, he didn't want to get married. Like, that was not his plan. To like that's not what he wanted to do for him. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm never gonna get proposed to.
That's impressive.
So I was like, okay, cool. So as I was dating him, I was like, okay, I don't even know if I'm gonna be with this person for a long time because I eventually want to get married. And I told him, I was like, just so you know, you might just be temporary because I just might find somebody that actually does want to wife me up.
Yeah.
But so when he proposed, I was like,
very shocked, like,
what?
Yeah.
Like, for real? And then I remember somebody had mentioned it to me. They're like, oh, do you think he's going to propose to you? And in my head, I was like, nah, he's not. Nah, he already told me he's not going to do that. So we're just going on a vacation.
Yeah.
And then he proposed to me in the Empire State Building. Oh, so cliche,
cool.
right?
No,
that's still cool.
But
that's super cool.
So we went to New York. It was like, we went for actually our... What did we go for? I don't know if it was for my birthday or anniversary. I don't remember. And then when we went up there, his brother was living there at the time. He was living in New York. And then he went up there with us. And I remember he was recording a lot. And I was like, why the fuck is he like always in my face?
Just setting it
like
up.
Just like recording. And then I think I was looking out. And then he was like tapping he was already on the floor. He was like tapping my back. And then I was like, oh, I'm looking at something. And then he's like,
I'm busy.
He's like, babe. And it's like on a video. Like you can see him saying babe like 20 times. And I was like, what? And then I looked at him on the floor. I was like, nah, you're lying. And I was like, oh shit, it is a ring. It's a ring for real.
Oh.
But yeah, I was super, super surprised.
Do you like surprises?
I'm not, no. And I'm like the worst. Like Ivan always tells me, like every time he's trying to surprise me for something, he's like, your expression's always the same.
They never match.
Like I'm never like,
wow, you're just like,
like I cry, or I'm like, it's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And then that's
it.
Not that I'm not excited, but I'm just
you
never
just don't
like,
have the reaction that he thought you would.
Yeah, it's always like that though.
I feel
the time.
like
all the time.
Since I love surprises, I surprise my kids a lot.
Yeah.
And they have that reaction. Like they're just so used to me doing things for them that are supposed to be surprises. Like they just come to expect it. Like I always like to decorate for their birthdays.
And they expect it.
Yeah. And then when holidays come around, I do the same thing. I decorate. I might I always like to put little surprises out for them, like a little basket. And one year I didn't, and they were like, "What?
Yeah,
where's everything?" And I was like,
I remember that.
"Oh yeah, it's coming." Whatever.
And that happens to me too. So actually, So I did set up that expectation too. So they're always like, "We're."
And you celebrate
like
the
blue
holidays.
baskets.
Yeah.
I didn't do them this year.
You haven't done them yet.
I haven't done them yet. So I was going to try to change
There's
it up.
still
I
time.
didn't have time to do it.
There's still time.
There's still time, guys. So it's okay.
Yeah.
But they asked me. They're like, "Oh my gosh, it's October." They're like, "Where is the basket?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'm working on it."
I think I've heard like mixed reviews about things like boo baskets, because I think moms or parents feel like that's extra pressure, more work for you, more money spent, which I totally get and I understand that. For me though, I like to create those memories. It's fun for me. It's something I enjoy doing. I like to do it, and I don't go too big. Like I made some boo baskets and just some things that I found at Michael's. You know what I mean? Like some quick things that I know my girls are going to use. Like I try to be intentional. Like I don't just throw crap in there. You know, like
I do.
I like to put a nice notebook. You know,
Yeah.
maybe some pins they might use. Like things I know they're going to use. And I used to do things the day of the holiday. And then I got smart and I do it at the beginning of the month. So then they can enjoy it, you know, the holiday a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So I like to do boo baskets.
I love to do boo baskets.
You also have a whole crafts room.
I do have a craft closet with supplies.
Yeah, so you're kind of like utilizing a lot of that stuff throughout
the baskets that I used this year were from last year.
Yeah.
From last year.
I try to save things. A lot. Yeah, a lot of the things actually that I put in there, like the bubbles I got Marley, those are from last year that she never even opened because I waited too long to give them to her. So like when stuff like that happens, I'll throw it back in my Valentine bucket, my Halloween bucket, and then the next year I'll be like, let me first see what I have, and then I'll get more things if I need to. And I like to wait for them to go on sale at Michael's because they always have like a 50% off sale. Like
they do. They have a 50% off right now. Yeah.
Do you guys carve pumpkins or do you paint them?
Oh, we carve all the time. Yeah. We hardly paint.
I like doing both. I like to paint, and then I like the girl, you know, you have to carve them. That's just like a must.
At least one. Someone carves it.
Yeah. Do you leave your pumpkin out? Like the pumpkins I have out right now, they'll stay till the end of November.
Like the
uncarved.
Uncarved.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I keep them until November.
They do pretty good.
They do pretty good.
As long as they're in the shade, the Arizona heat won't.
They'll last. Do you keep them? Till like, I actually keep them until like July.
I don't, just because we have like rodents in our neighborhood.
You don't want the critters getting into them.
And I don't want to attract anything. Yeah. So I have to be very careful. Yeah. Because going back to the sweet Mexican men that were building our house, they were eating watermelon up here on the roof, you know, and they were throwing the leftover watermelon on the floor. And those seeds of freaking watermelon vine grew on the other side of our wall in the, you know, community side. And because of that, it attracted a lot of rodents.
Oh, no way.
Yes.
Is it still there?
We ripped it out that day that we found like a little field mice in our, it was a vine and it had a bunch of little watermelons on it.
No way.
But the exterminator told us like, they're going to come where there's food and they're attracted to like fruit.
Yeah.
And
which is interesting.
And we're like, oh shit, there's a bunch of melons out there. So he went out there that day.
I thought they were
we thought they were
cute.
Was
so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it looked cool too.
They were so cute that they grew so easily, like above the rocks.
Yeah.
So no, I won't keep. I'll have to be very. Last year I didn't have a problem. We have traps and stuff, but I can't attract any rodents.
Yeah.
See, they were Arizona, the bugs and stuff. But yeah. So we go to pumpkin patches. Mm-hmm. You do multiples. I'll probably only do one. We like to do boo baskets.
I like to do boo baskets.
We are trick-or-treaters. And we're both candy passers.
Oh, you're candy passer.
Yeah. And then with my kids, we like to watch scary movies.
We like to watch scary movies too.
Yeah, we'll put it on, like, we'll make a little list.
Yeah, we make a little list as well. We do, we have a projector, so we try to put our projector outside. And then most of the time, we do a lot of family things. Like, we get together with my sister and my brother, and then, like, my nieces. And then we'll carve pumpkin.
Love it.
We started doing that probably, like, last year, 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. So we'll go over his house, and then he puts his projector, and then we'll carve pumpkins, like, a couple days before Halloween.
My house is usually the party house. Like, we've done that where we've just put the projector up, had the kids over.
Yeah, I don't like guests, so I don't do it at my house. I'm always
That's
like,
true.
nope, I'll go to your house. You want to do something?
I do like being a guest because then I can leave whenever I want versus when you have people over, you're kind of like not on their time because you don't want to kick anybody out, but you're kind of like, okay, this is over now.
You know what I always want to do, and you shoot it down a lot, and I want to do that fall festival.
He always
Oktoberfest?
He always wants to have a neighborhood festival.
Remember in Sandlot when everybody had tables out in their street and they're like eating and everybody's doing it?
Our neighbors are not those type of neighbors.
That's 100% true.
But you know what I always enjoy that we've made like
festival?
No, he just wants to have like a neighborhood fall festival. But what I've enjoyed doing since the kids have been at this school, I love the fall carnival that our school
Oh my God,
holds.
it's cute.
It's so fun.
It's
like,
so cute.
I like the kids
I like how they
to
actually bring like actual rides.
Yeah,
it's so
and
cute.
the food has been good, and the games are good, and we get
like
a good turnout. I like it.
I do like it, and the weather feels good.
Yeah, thank God they wait long enough. I think
The
this year
weather
it's in
feels
November.
I did get
It's
the
like
little
November
thing.
8th or something.
Maybe when it's good, it gets.
I love
cooler.
the fall festival. We used to have this church our church that we used to go to used to have a fall festival every year that we went to.
That's cute. Do you guys ever do trunk or treat?
We've done a trunk or treat. I haven't, like during COVID, I remember our neighborhood did a trunk or treat.
I've never done a trunk or treat.
Trunk or treats are fun.
That's the only thing I don't think we've ever done is a trunk or treat.
I like trunk or treats. I think they're fun. I think they're a nice way to get kids together and be safe. Halloween this year is on Thursday.
I know.
I kind of don't want to send my kids to school the next day.
I'm probably not going to send
them.
them
I don't think I will.
Yeah.
I think we're going to call that
Isn't it so sucky? Like, sometimes it's on Tuesday, and then they have to go to school the next day, and then they have school that day.
I hate it.
You know what's a bummer, too, is, like, our kids can't wear costumes to school.
I know, and some schools do that, but ours doesn't. And I remember when I was younger, having, like, a Halloween parade, and you got to go show off your...
Yeah.
I don't know why our school doesn't do that. I need to ask.
But maybe they're just being more mindful. Maybe for, like, little kids that can't, like, get a costume.
They will do Superhero Day on that day.
They do Superhero Day every single year.
Stupid.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Sorry.
What I do is I just put my kids like in a Halloween outfit. Like Marley, I bought her a dress that looks like Wednesday Addams. It's so cute. So I try to buy like a Halloween themed outfit.
Yeah.
And I'll have them wear that.
Yeah.
But I wish our school did that. Because I
know,
feel like
too.
everyone I talk to,
and everybody has
do
costumes.
Yeah.
And then our kids.
The Superhero Day, you can't really get too raunchy. You know what I mean? Like,
I guess. And you know the other thing our school doesn't do? Like most schools do Christmas programs where you can go and watch your kids sing like holiday music. And we don't do that either. We're performing arts school.
We are.
I mean, we have shows. Like our kids just had a show this week.
Yeah.
But we don't get those holiday performances. Like I always see parents posting their kids like at the Christmas performance, and I wish we got that, and we don't.
We don't.
I feel like we do get a lot though. We get a lot of performances,
but we don't
get the nostalgic ones. Like we don't get a Halloween parade. We don't get a Christmas.
Yep.
I don't know.
Oh, dang, bummer.
I know.
A parade would be cool.
I know, I miss that. Yeah. I remember doing that when I was a kid.
A parade?
Yeah, where you would...
I remember doing that, but I know what you're talking about.
You would walk from class to class.
Oh.
Yeah. And then once your class was done, you would sit down and you'd watch the next class that was coming.
My
and
legs are falling
eventually
asleep.
you'd watch the whole school come through.
Yeah.
I remember that, but...
Yeah.
Your parents didn't go, though?
Yeah, your parents were welcome to come.
Really? That's cool.
I don't remember doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be fun.
I don't think we did something like that.
I was going to ask, do you guys go to Oktoberfest?
No.
We went one year.
I don't remember. What do they do there?
They have like, what is it? The beer vendor.
You get a little cup necklace that you wear around your neck.
And
you get to try all these different beers. Yeah.
I remember that.
We went.
I've been wanting to do it with Ivan. Well, you can take kids too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have stuff for the kids.
I need to look at more activities. Like I said, for fall break next week, we're going to do a lot of stuff. We're going to go to a movie. I want to take them up north to Fiona. No.
Travel.
Is it Fiona's? No.
No,
what's the one I just sent you?
It's called Violetas.
Oh,
that one is so cute.
I never knew what it was called.
Yeah, I want to go to that. I want to go. I want to try it out too.
Can you go at night? It's lit up.
I don't think they're open late.
I don't think so. Hours.
Yeah. I like going to Viola's. I'm going to take them to the English tea room for a tea day.
That's cute.
And then, so yeah, we're doing a movie. We're going to English tea room. I'll probably take him to the pumpkin patch. So we're going to have a nice fall break. I'm so excited for fall break. I needed this.
So excited.
I cannot believe we made it.
So excited for fall break.
Excited to not wake up early, wait for kids after practice, make lunch. Like, I hugged my girls last night because they ended it with a bang, that damn school. Our kids had a performance.
Oh my god! Shout out to my baby.
Oh my god, he was a star.
The main character.
He was so cute. I never seen his mouth open so wide singing. He was so happy waving at you guys. I was so happy for him. We kept saying, "Look at Zach! Look at Zach!" He was so cute. He played a good bandit. Yeah. He was good. And my little Marley was in the show too, and she was so like, shy
doing the floss
until the end came, and she was like dancing. I didn't know she knew how to do that.
She was shy, and then I saw her doing the floss. I was like, oh, and I got on. I recorded it for you.
Oh, I knew you would. I was like, oh, good. I'm so glad Juliet's like front row.
Yeah,
and she
got it
because there's always parents at these shows that stand up, or like if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see. This is me recording right in front of me.
Where your eyes are, yes.
Where my eyes are.
Yeah. So
there's some parent in front of me who's like this.
Yeah, no.
And now from where I'm sitting now, you've just blocked my view. And they're like, with the flash on, some lady.
That's the lady behind me had the flash on the whole entire time. So when I was recording, you could see my big old shadow. And I'm like,
oh my God.
So I kept looking back and I'm like, it's bright, but she never got the hint.
People have no etiquette. Like, literally, this woman came and stood. Like, we were sitting in the front row, and then there was an aisle, and then another set. She came and stood and was, like, squatting on, like, the seat in front of her. Oh, yeah. Telling her son, record this, record. Like, just a distraction. And I'm like, why do people got to go so hard? Like...
They're proud.
They're excited.
I know.
But it did ruin kind of, like, sometimes the kids have little parts. And they're like, want to go over there. They like say little things. And then people see their kid and they're like, Brenda!
Hey, Brenda!
Hey, Johnny! And then the kid's like, so then anyway, they're like, Johnny! He's like looking. I'm like,
that was why? Ivan yesterday. He's like, Zach! And I'm like, you're distracting him. He's in like role, like playing a role right now.
Okay, with that being said, with that being said, I did yell Marley a couple times.
And I tapped him. I was like,
I still did.
And this is him. If you're watching, this is him waving.
Oh my God! So was Ivan.
And I'm like, she cannot see you.
But she's looking though. That's why.
But all she sees is dark hands waving. She doesn't know which one is you.
I feel bad because she's like looking, and I'm just like, dang, if she could just see us.
But I always tell her we always sit in the same spot. I'm like, look for us in the middle.
So when the lights come on,
we always sit in the same seats when we go to the show.
Lights come on and she's seen us. She was like so excited, and I'm like, that's man. I wish you would have seen us.
But you were one of those parents. You're like, Marley,
I did.
Marley, waving, Marley.
So I just said, with that being said, I did yell when there were some moments I had when they weren't talking. I'm like, Marley, Marley.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, our school went
Why do you just want to yell it out though? You know what I mean?
Because you want them to know you're there. Even though they knew. Like, she didn't know you were there. She knew I was there because I dropped her off, but she didn't know you were there yet. So
she actually spotted me, and I didn't even.
I saw her looking at you and waving. Yeah. And then he goes, who's she waving at? I was like, Juliet and Ivan, they're in the front. And he was like, oh. I'm like, who else would she be waving at?
I don't know if I was that aggressive.
He was.
I was like, who is she waving so much?
Dang, it's so funny because I actually had connects in every corner. I had a mom sending me videos. I'm like, damn, where are you sitting at?
Aww.
Taking videos of my child.
Yeah.
And then there was another mom. She's like sending me a photo. And I was like,
I didn't have a good view of him.
Where are these moms at? But that was pretty nice that they were sending me photos.
He did so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, our school went out with a bang this week doing that to us.
Yeah.
Like,
and then your daughter had volleyball practice.
I came from volleyball we did not go home. You went from work.
I rushed home
to pick up your husband and then back to the school.
I was still in scrubs.
I didn't even go home. I picked up my little one.
Like, jeez.
Went and picked up my other family friend from school, the same school. Went to dinner. Waited for Penelope to get out of volleyball, and then went to the school program. And then we went and had ice cream together.
Yeah, we
weren't home till like 10 o'clock at night. So it was, but I was so glad. I was like,
oh, we did get home late.
Fall break. Whoever came up with fall break, good one.
Oh yeah.
We need a fall break.
The teachers like, we need a little something.
And I love it because now we get all the breaks. Like we have fall break, we have Thanksgiving break, we have a holiday. Yeah, we have winter break.
Yeah,
winter break, and then what's the last like holiday stops? Like in March, spring break's the last. Oh. Yeah, and then after that,
you mean next year, or you mean this year?
Like for school year?
This year.
This is where all of our breaks and holidays, and then after spring break, I think there's like one more holiday, and then that's it. We're stuck in school the rest of the time. I think it's like President's Day or something. There's like one more holiday, and then that's it. And then we get no days off until the school ends. So
no days.
This is kicking off. Fall break is kicking off all the holidays. We're so excited.
So excited.
Share your family's traditions or things you like to do for the holidays. And then we'll hear more about Juliet's trip when she comes back.
Yeah.
Ooh, take some pictures.
Yes.
I love it up there. I did that drive and it's beautiful. I want them to go with me.
I can't wait to see all your content. Follow her along on her Instagram. We tagged it below in the bio if you're following us on YouTube. And we will see you next time. Bye.
Work all night on a drink of rum. Daylight come and me want go home. Stack banana till the morning come. Daylight come and me wanna go home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, Tally.